Hi, it is Sarah LeBou with Main Street Florist here in Carlinville, Illinois. And this month I've got a quick, simple tutorial for you that's going to show you how to make an easy arrangement out of the flowers that you received with your frequent flower subscription for September 2025. Stick around for the end and I'm going to show you how to do this simple little raffia finish onto just your clear cylinder vase. You might have that supplies at home already, or that's something you could easily pick up from us or the dollar store. Make sure you put your flower food in your water before you begin. Let's get started. I'll show you the arrangement and then how to finish it off with the raffia tutorial. So this month we brought you some eucalyptus. I don't know about you, but my family is struggling with the ragweed and pollen allergies right now. This eucalyptus might give you a little bit of relief. You could always hang it in your shower if you don't want to put it in your bouquet. Just another option. We also have some sunflowers this month. The sunflowers we like to arrange with most in the shop are about this size, and these are considered miniature sunflowers. Full-size sunflowers, although beautiful, can be very difficult to work with. Just their oversized heads can be droopy and heavy. They often need wired. Sometimes you can't get them to stay exactly where you want them because they're a heavier flower. Whereas these mini sunflowers, you still get the best of like what the sunflower really is. It's bright and shiny and happy. These will open up a little bit more, but they're a little bit more manageable to work with, especially for beginners at home. And then the other thing you have is this really beautiful peach statice, also sometimes known as sea star. That's not what we call it in the shop very often, but I think it's a more fun name. What do you think? But statice is what we call it. This is a peach color. I don't know that we've ever had a peach color like this in the shop before, so I'm excited to arrange with these today. Now, before we get started, I do want to talk a little bit about what you could do with your arrangement after you've enjoyed your flowers and they start to fade a little bit. So your sunflowers, eventually these yellow petals are going to start to fade off and wither away. You can actually de-petal, take the leaves off, and just the center section of the pollen and the green on the outside really makes a fun texture that then can be dried. You can also dry your eucalyptus and you can also dry your statice. I love drying statice because it will dry and continue to look just like this. It will keep its color perfectly. So when you start to notice that your bouquet is starting to fade, that's a perfect time to remove it from the water, dry off the stems, and then you can sort of hang it to dry in your house. And then you have dried stems to continue decorating with this fall. We're going to start with our eucalyptus. This eucalyptus we received in actually has the lower part of the laterals already cleaned off, which is wonderful. When you're working with eucalyptus, sometimes you can get that sappy kind of stickiness on your hands. What I recommend is putting hand sanitizer on your hands before and after, and that'll help remove any of that sap. The alcohol sort of breaks down its stickiness. Go ahead and give our stems a trim. And I'm going to start crisscrossing my stems in the vase. I'm keeping the leaves right at the lip of that vase. Might have to remove a few more leaves. Oh, I can really smell it as I'm breaking up those leaves. So I've got 4 stems kind of interlaced into my vase here, sort of if you were to draw a square from their points. And then I've got my 5th stem. I'm going to go right down in the middle of that grid to give it some height. Okay, now we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stems of sunflowers in this 10-stem bouquet, and then 4 stems of statice. So we're going to start with our sunflowers. I want to pay attention to what their heads are doing. So any of my flowers that might be kind of taller, I want to make sure their heads are sort of looking upward, whereas if their heads are naturally kind of going to an angle, those might be my lower stems that are kind of facing outward. Sometimes you just have to work with nature the way it is. A lot easier, there's less of a struggle. So I'm going to start with some height. Placing that guy in. And I'm going to go kind of opposite on the back side, placing into my grid. this would be a perfect arrangement even if you just had like a ball jar at home or a simple garden vase. This would be really easy to put into a vase like that as well. So what you'll notice that I'm doing is about every time I'm placing a flower on one side, I'm doing something on the other side. So for every action, there's a reaction. I'm also staggering the heights of my flowers so they're not all one level, just to make it feel more natural, more garden style, and just to give the arrangement a little bit more of that rounder shape and a little bit of dimension. Now we can start to go in with our Statice. Now, Statice, you might have longer and shorter laterals. You can choose to divide these up or keep them together. For the point of our vase, I'm going to keep them together. Now, if I were doing something maybe in a small, low container that had floral foam, I'd probably break these up and use the individual laterals. I'm just going through with my Statice, evenly dispersing it throughout my arrangement. When you're placing your stems in a vase, something to keep in mind is hold it like a pencil. Don't hold your head up, don't hold the stems up high like this. That's where you're likely to break the stem. If you hold it like a pencil, place it into your vase, go in at an angle, not straight up. Go in at an angle is going to help you keep that rounder shape and help you get into that grid. Then your flowers will go right where you want them without being forced and less of a chance that they're going to break after. So I don't love his droopiness. I'm actually going to maybe spin him around, see if gravity will help me out, or you can give him a little bit of support by the eucalyptus next to him. So as these flowers start to open, they're really going to start to fill out. This is also a great time if you have any foliage in your yard that you know is safe to work with and safe around your pets. You can cut any of that, do a little foraging to add into your bouquet as well. Now that we have our arrangement done, let's go ahead and do just a little detail on the vase. This is raffia. Sometimes when I work with it, I love it. Other times when I work with it, I hate it. It can be a little messy, but we're kind of going for a fall harvest feel. So I'm just taking, I've probably got 5 or 6 here, and I'm holding it from the center, making sure it's kind of even. I'm going to grab my vase, and I am just doing a simple knot, just tying a knot right onto it. And you're probably going to need a double knot. If you are fancy and know how to do a square knot or anything else, you could certainly do this here. You've got these tails now. You can decide what to do with them. You could braid them. I'm actually just going to sort of, what is it called? Like ballet slipper, cross in the back and bring back to my front. Ballet lace. I don't know the term I'm looking for right now. But crossing it in the back, bringing it back to the front and knotting it again. Trying to keep a hold of all those individual pieces. And I'm double knotting it so it stays in place a little better. And then I'm going to grab another 5 or 6. And then kind of starting from the back and going forward, I'm going to grab a little bit of those loose ends, kind of tuck them in. And give a 3rd knot. And then I'm grabbing all those loose ends and just kind of working them around. This is, depending on how long your raffia is, you can choose how you want to go at this. I'm going back up to my 1st knot. I'm going to finish it off there. Now you can keep this very simple like this. Trim off any loose pieces. Or we can keep going. We can keep building on this, that we basically cover the entire vase with the raffia wrap. And there we have our simple little raffia finish on our vase. Just a sort of creative added touch that we can add to this bouquet to give it a little bit more texture and really give us that fall harvest feel. As always, if you have any questions or comments, drop them here, and we'll see you guys next time.